Alright, good evening ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to Ultimate Dirt TV. Tonight we're bringing you round number 10 of the Dirt New Zealand, the WP Concreting International Midget Series live from Volusia Speedway Park. We're getting set for heat racing competition here in just a few moments time, but before we go there, we're going to play the New Zealand National Anthem. Alright, we're back here on Ultimate Dirt TV. We are going to take just a quick little commercial break here, and we'll come back with heat race number 1 about to roll out onto the racetrack. Alright, we are back. As you see, the cars just about to roll off pit road here in just a few moments time. We'll have heat race number 1 brought to you on the racetrack. Now, for the people that have been with us for the past 10 weeks, you'll know how the schedule goes. However, if you're just joining us for the first time, welcome in. So each driver will have 2 heat races. So there'll be a total of 3 heat races here tonight. So I think we've got about 15 or 16 drivers in the pits here this evening. So each driver has 2 heat races. The points will determine the top 8, I believe, will be in a pole shuffle. We'll have, don't think we'll have a B main, or they might call it a B dash, just to determine the point where they will start. So for the drivers that didn't directly make it into the main event. And then we'll obviously have the pole shuffle as well, and also the main event later on this evening. So here we go, car number 39, Peter Honeybell starts on the pole. Starting out of position number 2 is going to be the 71. That's David Sanford. Out of position number 3 will be the 97. That'll be Lincoln Bishop. To his outside. In car number 61, Devon Stove. We'll quickly try and get through the rest of the heat race. The 77 alongside the 20. That's James Halliburton alongside Joshua Walton. 10 laps on the board. We're green flag racing here in heat number 1 here at Volusia. Just trying to get the sound volume right. Great mix between the two, between me commentating and also the cars on the racetrack. Lap 1 in the books. As we got the 71 of David Sanford around the 2 car. That is Ben Morrison upside down, so not having a good start is the number 2. So we've got Peter Honeybell in the 39. Who is out in front, and you go back to the 97 of Lincoln Bishop. Back there in second place, the 77 of James Halliburton riding in position number 3. And we got a battle on for 4th, 5th and 6th right now. Devon Stove along with Joshua Walton and Murray Howe in car number 10. Then we go back to the pink and black machine, the 019. Brogan Pickett Norris battling with the 32 of Callan Arthur. But out in front is Peter Honeybell as we see the cars coming off of turn number 4 right now. The 11 of Saul Smith around 4 down. 6 to run here in the opening heat race of the night. Honeybell continuing to lead this one here at Volusia Speedway Park for the Dirt New Zealand and the WP Concreting International Midgets Series. Round number 10 of I think it's a 12-week series. Bishop trying to hang on to second position at the moment. That's Lincoln Bishop in car number 97. He's got the 77 of James Halliburton now on his inside, making the pass for positions 2 right now. Bishop back to position 3 in the TFH Indy Race Parts. Car number 97. Through the middle now, ducks on the low side off at turn number 4. He can't regain that second spot on the racetrack. 2.5 to run for your race leader, Peter Honeybell, through turns 3 and 4 right now. And now we see Bishop. He's got challenges on his inside from the 61 of Devon Stove. With just 2 laps remaining, Stove up on the inside, and the 61 now takes over position number 3. But here comes Bishop back to the outside. And then you got the 20 of Joshua Walton right in behind him as well. The white flag should be out this time by for your race leader. And there's a nice little 720 from the 20 car, I believe, of Joshua Walton. And through turns 3 and 4. Peter Honeybell across the line first. Let's see if he's staying on the gas at the moment. He looks to be hard on it still. So unless they're going 12 lap heat races. Halliburton back in second position. Third is Devon Stove, and he's got pressure from the 32. That is Callan Arthur, but checkered flag has been thrown here on heat race number 1, and is the 39 of Peter Honeybell. Here in the RMC Watervale stream, Selwyn Photos. 39 picks up the race win. The 77, James Halliburton, comes home in second. Third is going to be the Velocity Sim Sports that goes slideways. Car number 61, Devon Stove. Fourth will go to Callan Arthur. Fifth is going to be Murray Howe. 6 is going to be Brogan Pickett Norris. 7th will be Lincoln Bishop. 8 is going to be David Sanford. 9th is going to be Zachary Phelan. In 10th, Joshua Walton. 11th, Saul Smith. And we obviously had a couple of cars were DNFs in that one. So heat number 1 done and dusted for the night. We'll take a quick break and come back with heat race number 2.
Introducing a whole new form of racing to the best online racing simulation in the world. This is Dirt Racing on iRacing.com. Race online at some of America's most legendary dirt tracks, including Eldora and Williams Grove. iRacing is the premier online racing game featuring NASCAR, IndyCar, sports cars, and now World of Outlaws, the leading sanctioning body for dirt racing. iRacing is easy to use and features a centralized ranking system to make sure you have the best experience at any skill level. With a massive inventory of high-precision laser scan tracks and cars with an unmatched dedication to quality and detail, iRacing gives you the most authentic online racing experience available. Thanks to iRacing's dynamic track system, developed specifically for dirt racing, tracks change over the course of a race, just like your favorite dirt track on a Friday or Saturday night. From a slick racing groove all the way up to the cushion, iRacing's dirt tracks deliver non-stop racing action. Partnered with the World of Outlaws, iRacing is your source for the most authentic dirt racing experience available, featuring 4 brand new tracks and 11 new cars, including street stocks, Legends cars, late models, NASCAR trucks, winged and non-winged sprint cars, with much more on the way. Join the Dirt Revolution on iRacing.com and start slinging mud today.
And we're back live here on Ultimate TV for hit race number 2 of the Dirt New Zealand and the WP Concreting International Midget Series, live from Volusia Speedway Park. You see the cars lining up on the end of pit road, as this will be heat number 2. We'll have another 10 laps on the board, and then after this one, obviously our third and final heat race of the night before we get into the pole shuffle. And also potentially a B-dash. We'll have to get confirmation from race control on that one. Then obviously, of course, tonight, later on, the last race on the program will be the A-Main. It'll be 35 laps in distance here as we're in Barberville, Florida, as the Mighty Midgets tackle the USA International Speedway as heat number 3 on the racetrack right now. We'll see the 42. That is Matt McCutcheon, old chicken legs. Mini Mac on pole. Saul Smith out of position 2. The 81 of Sam Waddell out of position 3. The 2 of Ben Morrison out of position number 4. Out of position 5 is the 79 of Ben McSweeney. You go back to Murray Howell on his outside. The 9 of Jordan McDonnell starts out of position 7. Then you go to the 78. That is Stephen Palmer But Matt McCutcheon on pole and getting set to go green off of turn number 4, and we are green and underway. Heat race number 2 as they are launching, and already 3 wide into turns number 1 and 2 we run. 4 wide down the back straight away for a mate. We look at the cars trying to make their way through the pack. Lap 1 is complete. The 15 on screen, that is Xavier Simmons in the 15. Looking to make a move on the inside of Ben Morrison. Oh, we got Jordan McDonnell into the wall in turns 3 and 4. He is going to lose a ton of spots. As we got Saul Smith now around in front of the 77. The 81 gets through that one. Murray Howe comes through. He ends up on his roof. And now it's the 81 of Sam Waddell looking to the inside of Bishop in that 97, Lincoln Bishop. Heat 1 winner, Peter Honeybell, battling with the 9 of Jordan McDonnell. Down the back straight away into 3 and 4. The 6 just in front of them. That is Connor Clark in car number 6. McDonnell around the outside, and Honeybell around the outside of Clark as well. This is a great battle for, I think, positions 4, 5th and 6, I believe. In fact, it's a lot further than that. That's your battle for 5th. Battle up front row for our minor placings. Morrison trying to hold off Simmons in the 15, then the 79 of Ben Sweeney. Oh no, Simmons and Sweeney come together. Simmons gets it back going, but they lose a couple of spots. In fact, they lose probably a handful of spots right now. As Matt McCutcheon races down into turn number 3 and 4. Your race leader behind him in car number 2 is Ben Morrison. And you got the 9 of Jordan McDonnell. Now McDonnell to the outside through the middle of the racetrack through turns 1 and 2. After having contact with the woods, it looks like Minimac is just a little slower right now. Running through the middle, Morrison comes down and takes the line away from McDonnell. Just a couple of laps to go, I believe, left in this heat race number 2 of the WP Concreting International Midget Series, presented by the Dirt New Zealand. Round number 10 now, Morrison to the outside, looking for the race lead with just 1 lap to go. Lap traffic. Oh, Morrison, he goes high, wide, and handsome right now. McCutcheon and Morrison side by side into turn number 3 and 4. McCutcheon with a slider, Morrison with a crossover. Morrison's going to pick up. No! McCutcheon back around the outside into 1 and 2. I thought that might have been the checkered flag, but it looks like these guys are still racing hard out of McDonnell around the outside of Morrison into 3 and 4. Oh no! Morrison with a big don't argue onto McDonnell. He's going to lose a spot, and coming up the line between Morrison and McCutcheon. Let's take a look at a copy's iPate's instant replay on that one. Just have a look how close it was. In fact, let's slow it down. And we're going to get a few different angles on this one, just to see what happened here. Yeah, that's close. You know what? We're going to leave that up to race control to sort that one out. And Matt McCutcheon will get credited with the win. Second will go to the 2 of Ben Morrison. McDonnell in 3rd. Then we go back to Peter Honeybell, Ben McSweeney in 5th. 6 will be the 6 of Connor Clark. 7th is going to be Lincoln Bishop. 8 will be 81 Sam Waddell. 9th is going to be the 77 of James Halliburton. You go back to Saul Smith in 10th. And in 11th was the 78 of Stephen Palmer. So well done to the 42 of Matt McCutcheon, who picks up heat race number 2 win. And off the pole, he needed to get that one done, because now he's going to be starting at the back of the next heat race. So With that being said, we'll take another quick commercial break and come back with our final heat race of the night.
Racing, you wanted the best, you got them for a breast. Often imitated, never duplicated. The greatest show on dirt, the World of Outlaws.
Introducing a whole new form of racing to the best online racing simulation in the world. This is Dirt Racing on iRacing.com. Race online at some of America's most legendary dirt tracks, including Eldora and Williams Grove. iRacing is the premier online racing game featuring NASCAR, IndyCar, sports cars, and now World of Outlaws, the leading sanctioning body for dirt racing. iRacing is easy to use and features a centralized ranking system to make sure you have the best experience at any skill level. With a massive inventory of high-precision laser scan tracks and cars with an unmatched dedication to quality and detail, iRacing gives you the most authentic online racing experience available. Thanks to iRacing's dynamic track system, developed specifically for dirt racing, tracks change over the course of a race, just like your favorite dirt track on a Friday or Saturday night. From a slick racing groove all the way up to the cushion, iRacing's dirt tracks deliver non-stop racing action. Partnered with the World of Outlaws, iRacing is your source for the most authentic dirt racing experience available, featuring 4 brand new tracks and 11 new cars, including street stocks, Legends cars, late models, NASCAR trucks, winged and non-winged sprint cars, with much more on the way. Join the Dirt Revolution on iRacing.com and start slinging mud today.
Yes, we are back here live on Ultimate TV for the Dirt New Zealand and WP Concreting International Midget Series live from Volusia Speedway Park. Heat race number 3. This is the third and final heat race of the night. We see the 32 of Callan Arthur lining up alongside Connor Clark, 49 of Zachary Phelan. To his outside, the 15, Xavier Simmons, 019 of Nogan Brogan Pickett Norris. The 9 of Jordan McTennell, the 20, Joshua Walton alongside the 79 of Ben McSweeney. Devon Stove in car 61 alongside Sam Waddell, David Sanford and Matt McCutcheon, as we are green here in heat race number 3. 3 wide for a moment and 3 wide once again off of turn number 2. Keep an eye on the 9 of Jordan McDonnell on the outside. Now here comes McSweeney on the inside. Zachary Phelan, he's one to watch as well in car number 49. The opening lap will belong to Callan Arthur. Whoa, McDonnell tried to thread the needle. 3 wide coming off of turn number 2, but couldn't make it happen. Connor Clark on the 6 on the outside. Zachary Phelan on the inside of him. And here comes McDonnell with a bit of a don't argue on the 6th of Connor Clark. And now coming up to second place, Zachary Phelan in car number 49. McDonnell trying to come after your race leader. Callan Arthur in the 32. McDonnell makes a mistake, and Zach Phelan trying to reclaim position number 2. But now he's got the 79 of Ben McSweeney working to the outside with just a couple of laps in here. Still plenty of laps to wind down here in the final heat race of the night. The battle is on for 3rd and 4th. McSweeney, he just looks like he's got a little bit more pace right now than Phelan. Phelan just slowly starting to fall back. And how about the 42 of Matt McCutcheon as well? He's up to position 5 after starting dead last on the outside, I think, of the 6th row. So watch Callan Arthur coming through turns 1 and 2 right now. McDonnell slowly starting to close in on the 32 Dirt Division car. For the race lead, I think we're about halfway home right now. Arthur's led every lap since the drop of the green flag, this time by... Oh, McDonnell gets into the back of him. And now here comes the 79 of McSweeney on the inside, 3 wide for the lead. McDonnell, he pretty much slows up, gives the spot back to the 32 of Callan Arthur, but he didn't count on the 79 of Ben McSweeney going back to the front, so a glassy move by the 9. After making contact in turns 3 and 4 with what was your race leader then. Now McDonnell puts a slider through turns 1 and 2. Let's say down the back straight away, but it's more of a D-shaped angled track. This one at the moment, that's your top 3 on screen at the moment. Not many laps left in this one. And the 79 of McSweeney, his fastest lap of both of his heat races at the moment with a 17.394, and he just done that on the previous lap. In fact, he betters that with a 17.363 as the checkered flag comes out. In the 79, Ben McSweeney gets the job done. Second will go to the 9, Jordan McDonnell. Third will be Callan Arthur. Fourth is going to be Zachary Phelan. 5th is going to be Matt McCutcheon. 6th will be Connor Clark. 7th, Devon Stove. 8th is going to be Sam Waddell. 9th is Brogan Pickett Norris. And that'll be the 9 cars that finish that one. Yes, it is a good looking field here this evening. Lots of fast cars, as have been throughout the past 9 to 10 weeks, including this one so far. And that will conclude heat race number 3, what's left on the program. We know we've got a pole shuffle coming. Whether we have a B dash just to determine the guys from pretty much 9th on back and how they will start. And then we'll have the main event as the last race on the program, 35 laps in distance. So far we've had a couple of cars go upside down, but obviously no cautions in the heat races. And we'll take one more commercial break before we get into the next part of the program. In fact, it might be a good chance to get up, stretch your legs, go to the toilet, go grab a drink, grab something to eat if you wish, but make sure you come back in just a couple of minutes' time. We'll have what should be our pole shuffle up next on the program.
Introducing a whole new form of racing to the best online racing simulation in the world. This is Dirt Racing on iRacing.com. Race online at some of America's most legendary dirt tracks, including Eldora and Williams Grove. iRacing is the premier online racing game featuring NASCAR, IndyCar, sports cars, and now World of Outlaws, the leading sanctioning body for dirt racing. iRacing is easy to use and features a centralized ranking system to make sure you have the best experience at any skill level. With a massive inventory of high-precision laser scan tracks and cars with an unmatched dedication to quality and detail, iRacing gives you the most authentic online racing experience available. Thanks to iRacing's dynamic track system, developed specifically for dirt racing, tracks change over the course of a race, just like your favorite dirt track on a Friday or Saturday night. From a slick racing groove all the way up to the cushion, iRacing's dirt tracks deliver non-stop racing action. Partnered with the World of Outlaws, iRacing is your source for the most authentic dirt racing experience available, featuring 4 brand new tracks and 11 new cars, including street stocks, Legends cars, late models, NASCAR trucks, winged and non-winged sprint cars, with much more on the way. Join the Dirt Revolution on iRacing.com and start slinging mud today.
iRacing, you wanted the best, you got them for abreast. Often imitated, never duplicated. The greatest show on dirt, the World of Outlaws.
iRacing.com is a sim racing game that combines a true-to-life racing experience with an online community of virtual racers from all over the globe. iRacing offers a multitude of officially licensed cars and tracks, laser scanned with millimeter accuracy. Their car models and mechanical systems are based on real-world physics and engineered in cooperation with manufacturers and race teams. iRacing's web-based interface allows members to compare stats and test drive any combination of car and track instantly. Their skill license system ranges from rookie to pro, ensuring members are always pitted against those with similar skill sets. Members are able to sign up for a weekly race series, compete in time trials, host a private race with friends, and participate in racing leagues created and run by the community. With over 60,000 members, iRacing works in partnership with renowned motorsport organizations like SRO Motorsports Group to deliver virtual races based on the real-life Blancpain GT series. iRacing's Blancpain Endurance Series features team racing, giving members the ability to build a team and participate in races ranging from 3 hours to 24 hours. Additional partners include NASCAR, IMSA, V8 Supercars, IndyCar, allowing members to race in their very own 24 hours of Spa, Bathurst 1000, Daytona 500, and many more. iRacing.com, delivering the most authentic racing experience short of getting into a real race car.
I grew up in Northern California. My parents were just really big race fans and took my sister and I to, sprint car races pretty much every Friday and Saturday night. So I did outlaw kart racing from 7 till I was 14. And then that's when I got into 360 and 410 wing sprint cars. There's just something about dirt racing that's just, you can't get anywhere else. I enjoy going back to race them whenever I can. I get to run, about 20 to 25 dirt races a year and try and, put on a show every time I'm there.
Battle for the lead. Kyle Larson to the inside of Shane Stewart. Slide job, no. Larson unable to complete the pass. He'll follow Shane Stewart down the back straightaway. Stewart makes the move to the inside of Craig Kinster. Kyle Larson goes around the outside out of turn 4. You've got a new race leader. Kyle Larson from 9th leads on lap number 23.
I'm probably just a little more relaxed, I guess, at the dirt track just because it's for fun, where the NASCAR stuff, it's points racing and a lot bigger sponsors and stuff you have to please and all that. You're there for 3 days a week, so your approach is a little bit different there, where sprint cars you're there for 5 or 6 hours and moving on to the next racetrack. So I've been on iRacing, I think, since 2009 or 10. Yeah, I remember, starting out, as a rookie on there, in the Legends and the late models and stuff like that. And that was fun to, have to try and get your licenses up and stuff. But it's amazing to me how, now that I get to race on a lot of the tracks that are on there, how to the T, similar because of the laser scanning and stuff like that. So all the bumps and all the visual aspects of it are very good. So when I first got to like K&N and then the Nationwide Series at the time, I would race iRacing all the time to learn as much as I could about the racetrack before I went to the actual racetrack to race. So to me, it's just for fun now, so I enjoy going on there. Actually, I don't enjoy going on there all the time because I don't win a lot, so it's frustrating to see myself struggle to run top 10 in an Xfinity race or something like that and get beat by Logan Seavey every time I run a sprint car. So the level of competition on iRacing is better than real life. You've got thousands of drivers on there that, a lot of them are probably better than the people you see on TV. They just haven't had the opportunities to make it, but can kick butt on there, and you can spend all day long running thousands of laps a day, so you can get yourself, really good at it. So competition level is just unbelievable, really, on there. Everybody's been asking for dirt on there for forever. So when they announced it, I got really, really excited. And honestly, it's blown my expectations away. The cars, to me, drive really good when the track's hooked up. The visual part of the racetrack changing is amazing. How you can run some laps and see it start to get shiny, and then you feel it getting slick. Areas of the racetrack getting dirty, and then you get some cars run through there and it cleans off and gets grip back. It's nuts. The tear-off feature is really cool. Watching the wing move backwards and forwards. I run with the virtual reality headset too, so being able to look down and see everything, it looks extremely realistic. So yeah, it blew my expectations away. And it's only going to get better, really.
All right, we are back. Yeah, we do apologise for it. We just had to wait for race control to get the points sorted out here. We'll go next time by for turn number 4. This is tonight's pole shuffle. The top 6 cars after this will have our main event coming up straight up after the pole shuffle. So all cars will be starting tonight's main event. We've got, I believe, 18 or 19 cars in this one here. So on the inside in car number 61, it's Devon Stove. To the outside in car number 32, it is Callan Arthur. 2 laps on the board. Winner will advance. Loser starts out of position number 6. In fact, going to go green next time by. So we were set for a start just then, but race control said no. Not this time, next time. So they are rolling down the back straightaway now into turn number 3 and 4. Big thanks to the guys at WP Concreting and also the Dirt New Zealand for allowing Ultimate Dirt TV to cover the action here this evening. Green flag is out. Winner will advance on to the next part of the pole shuffle. The loser will start out of position number 6. Arthur gets a good run on the top side of the racetrack. Down into turn 3 and 4, and here comes Stove back to the inside in car number 61, but Callan Arthur works the outside, and he will do the same through turns 1 and 2. Down the back straight away for the final time in this 2-lap shootout. Callan Arthur through turns 3 and 4 will get the job done, and he will advance to the next part of the pole shuffle. Devon Stove in car number 61. Well, he will line up at a position number 6. And I believe our next car out will be the 42 of Matt McCutcheon. You see the Speed Nation 42. Pink, white, and grey and black on that race car as well. So this is for the outside second row. If you lose, you will start inside row number 3 out of position 5. If you win, well, you guarantee yourself a top 2 starting row. Yeah, this is the pole shuffle. Well, everyone might say that just because there's only 2 cars on the racetrack and 2 laps. So we'll see what happens here in this next one. Matt McCutcheon has chosen the outside of the racetrack, as we should get the green this time by. And Arthur on the inside through turns 1 and 2. Looks to have the run. But there comes Minimac back on the outside in the 42. But the 32 of Callan Arthur in the black and blue machine tries to fight back on the inside. And as we can see, the top side is fairly dominant at the moment, especially coming off turn number 2. Down the back straight away for the final time in this pole shuffle race. Matt McCutcheon will advance. Callan Arthur will start at a position number 5. So that's his run done for. So he goes 1 and 1. And out will roll the 79. In the Velocity Sim Sports, I believe, goes Slideways. Car number 79. It is Ben McSweeney. Ben McSweeney in car number 79. They should go around one more time. So we have all the sound levels, the microphone and that are A-OK. If they're not, just let us know. So tomorrow morning, Australian time at about 9:30 a.m. AEST, we're going to be live again for the short track shootout, I believe. You can catch the first part of that one on OSRN or OSR Network. If Catch Joe White in the booth for that one. Ben McSweeney on the outside, Matt McCutcheon on the inside. Into turns 1 and 2, McCutcheon with a slider, McSweeney, who gets into the rear crash bar of that 42, and he's now got the difficult task of trying to run down the 42 of Matt McCutcheon. Through turns 1 and 2 here for the final time in this 2-lap race. And McCutcheon looking like he will advance, and he will go 2 for 2 at the moment. And there he goes, confirmed as Ben McSweeney. He will start outside of row number 2. And this next one, if you win this next one, you will be guaranteeing yourself a front row starting position. That rolls in the fast carts. Car number 9. It is Jordan McDonnell. So McDonnell will go up alongside Matt McCutcheon. And this should be a good race between the two. So after this one, we'll have our feature event. So here we go. Our second last pole shuffle of the night. McDonnell on the outside, McCutcheon on the inside. Green flag. Through turns 1 and 2, we see McCutcheon have a 2-car length, maybe 3-car length lead down the back straight away. But you know the 9 of McDonnell ain't going to give up without a fight. He cuts it down low, he gets the infield tie, does a 360, make that a 720. He will put the car back on pit road. He will start out of position number 3, and McCutcheon, as he will do, he will make it 3 for 3 officially when he comes to start across the start-finish line right now. So there we go. So Jordan McDonnell will start out of position 3, and this will be for our front row. We'll have the 42. It will be up again, so wait for the car to come out. It's going to be the 39 of Peter Honeybell. So this is for our pole position here for tonight's 10th round of the Dirt New Zealand WP Concreting International Midget Series, live from Volusia Speedway Park. And we'll see Honeybell as he's trying to catch up to the 42 of Matt McCutcheon right now. So this is going to be an interesting one, and where Honeybell chooses, he's opting to go to the inside line, so pretty much given Minimac a free run on the top side, which is where he's been able to make this one work. So 4th highest in points, looking to go 4 from 4. Through turns 3 and 4, in fact the green flag is not out just yet, so we'll go around one more time. I must say they were consistent there on the start, though both drivers were still waiting for the green flag to be thrown. Here we go. Pole position at time. Who will start at a P1? Who will start at a P2? There's such a disadvantage if you lose this one, because you'll never know when the leader is going on the initial start, but we're underway as McCutcheon leads down the back straight away. Honeywell trying to fight back on the inside. And McCutcheon will lead the opening lap. Right now, as here comes Mini Mac on the outside, and Honeywell trying to make it work, but Honeywell gets a little bit out of shape in 1 and 2, and that's going to allow the 42 to go undefeated and start on the pole for the main event here this evening. Peter Honeywell will start second, so congratulations to those two drivers. And it'll be Matt McCutcheon, Peter Honeywell, I believe McDonnell, McSweeney, Arthur, and Devon Stove are our ones there. So that is all preliminary action done and dusted. Now we just wait for the main event, and I believe we'll take one more quick break before we roll this into the race session, and then back in just a moment.
Introducing a whole new form of racing to the best online racing simulation in the world. This is Dirt Racing on iRacing.com. Race online at some of America's most legendary dirt tracks, including Eldora and Williams Grove. iRacing is the premier online racing game featuring NASCAR, IndyCar, sports cars, and now World of Outlaws, the leading sanctioning body for dirt racing. iRacing is easy to use and features a centralized ranking system to make sure you have the best experience at any skill level. With a massive inventory of high-precision laser scan tracks and cars with an unmatched dedication to quality and detail, iRacing gives you the most authentic online racing experience available. Thanks to iRacing's dynamic track system, developed specifically for dirt racing, tracks change over the course of a race, just like your favorite dirt track on a Friday or Saturday night. From a slick racing groove all the way up to the cushion, iRacing's dirt tracks deliver non-stop racing action. Partnered with the World of Outlaws, iRacing is your source for the most authentic dirt racing experience available, featuring 4 brand new tracks and 11 new cars, including street stocks, Legends cars, late models, NASCAR trucks, winged and non-winged sprint cars, with much more on the way. Join the Dirt Revolution on iRacing.com and start slinging mud today.
Yes, we are back out on Ultimate Dirt TV for the Dirt New Zealand WP Concreting Round 10 of the International Midget Series here at Volusia Speedway Park. And it is now time to go through our starting grid here in just a few moments' time. Now, a reminder, if you're just joining us here for the first time, when they get the initial start or the initial green flag behind the iRacing pace truck, it is not the initial green flag that will determine the race. We'll have, you'll see 40 laps up top to get this one in. It is a 35 lap main event, so the first 5 laps are just to get the grid sorted. And what better way to showcase what the guys are putting on here this evening. The Midgets at Volusia Speedway Park. Yes, they can go 3, 4. No doubt these drivers can go 5 wide. Now we're seeing cautions not counted and not thrown in the heat races tonight. However, in tonight's main event, they will count towards the total number of laps. So essentially, if we have 1 caution, we will lose 3 laps. And with that being said, let's take a look at our SETI Group Holdings starting grid.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the main event. Let's get ready to rumble!
Starting out of position number 19 in car number 15, Xavier Simmons. Out of position 18 in car number 78, Stephen Palmer. Out of position 17, the 11 of Saul Smith. Out of position 16, car number 20 of Joshua Walton to his inside. In car number 71, David Sanford. Out of position 15. Outside of row number 7, car number 10, that belongs to Murray Howe. On his inside, out of position 13, the 81 of Sam Waddell. Out of position number 12, in car number 19, or the 019, it's Brogan Pickett Norris. Out of position number 11, in car number 2, Ben Morrison. Our top 10 starting positions look like this. Starting out of position number 10, in car number 97, Lincoln Bishop. On his inside, in car number 49, Zachary Phelan. Out of position number 8, in car number 6, it is Connor Clark. On his inside, out of position 7, it's the 77 of James Halliburton. And our pole shovel cars lining up on the outside of row number 3 in car number 61, Devon Stove. On his inside in car number 32, Calvin Arthur at a position number 5. We're on 2 to green right now as we come past the start-finish line. Out of position number 4 in car number 79, that will be Ben McSweeney. To his inside, out of position 3, it's the 9 of Jordan McDonnell. Our front row for tonight's 35-lap main event on the outside of the RMC James Selwyn photo, car number 39, it is Peter Honeybell. And on the pole, in the Speed Nation, car number 42, Matt McCutcheon. That is tonight's 19-car field. We get set to go green next time by off of turn number 4. 35 laps on the board. That's the pace. We'll start to pick it up here in just a few moments' time. 1 to green right now, ladies and gentlemen. It is showtime here at Volusia. This should be an absolute barnstormer of a race. McCutcheon, Honeybell, McSweeney, McDonnell, Arthur, Stove, Clark, Halliburton, Phelan, Bishop, Morrison, Waddell, Pickett, Norris, Howe, Sanford, Walton, Smith, Simmons, and Palmer. We are green here at Volusia. See if we can all get through turns 1 and 2. They're 4 wide. Look at that. 3 wide now, and now 2 wide. 3 wide in the midway part of this pack. Oh no, the 97. Lincoln Bishop got hit from behind by the 71. And we've got a car upside down already in turns 1 and 2. And it is the 61 of Devon Stove. And he will be back on pit road. Let's take a look at a Colby's iPlates instant replay to see what happened here. Oh, they just ran into the back of the 49er, Zachary Phelan. And Devon Stove going upside down. Let's take a look at the onboard shot. Ooh. So keep an eye on the car coming through on the left. There's a 49. It's unfortunate there for Devon Stove in the 61. He's done after just completing the 1 lap. So unlucky for him, but unfortunately that is the way the cookie crumbles right now. So lights are still on the pace truck, and we'll go round one more time after this one. So currently on 2 to green right now, and Matt McCutcheon will lead from Jordan McDonnell, Peter Honeybell, Ben McSweeney, Callan top 5, James Halliburton, Connor Clark, Ben Morrison, Zachary Phelan. And how about Xavier Simmons? From position number 19, I believe, or deep buried in the pack in the last couple of rows, up to position number 10. So that's not a bad drive from the driver of that number 15 car. In fact, he's sitting in 10th place at the moment. Lights off on the Chevrolet pace truck, our pickup truck. Matt McCutcheon will lead the field off of turn number 4, and we'll have 30 laps remain, so essentially 5 laps complete. And yes, yellow laps do count, unfortunately, until there's a way that iRacing can release a system where caution laps don't count. Unfortunately, we're going to be stuck with what we've got at the moment. Honeywell looking at the inside of Jordan McDonnell through turns 1 and 2. He's got a run, but no, McDonnell has got a better run on the outside. Keep an eye on the 79 of McSweeney as well. Honeywell, a former New Zealand midget champion. McSweeney shut the door on Arthur as he got a little bit loose coming off of turn number 2. McDonnell trying to run down your race leader of Matt McCutcheon. Honeywell comfortable in 3rd position right now. As we go back and have a look at a battle for 4th, 5th and 6th. McSweeney hanging on from Callan Arthur. And then Connor Clark back there in position 6 in car number 6. And then we have a look at Xavier Simmons coming through in the 15 up to position 7. In fact, he's just gotten past Ben Morrison right now. But Morrison going to try and work back on the outside through turns 1 and 2. So this is your battle for 7th and 8th on the racetrack. So driver's getting real close to that tyre barrier on the exit of turn number 4. There's some very close racing at the back here. And lap traffic, well, they're going to catch it very quickly with 25 remain. Matt McCutcheon, your race leader. McDonnell and Peter Honeybell in 2nd and 3rd. McSweeney in 4th, and Callan Arthur still rounds out the top 5. And here is the best battle on screen at the moment, as Connor Clark trying to fend off a charge from Xavier Simmons into turn number 1 and 2. And caution is out, and we got the 32 of Callan Arthur going upside down. Let's take a look at Colby's iPaint's instant replay here. You can just see that he got too good of a run, just got up into the left rear. Yeah, just drove up into the left rear there of Peter Honeybell. McSweeney had nowhere to go on the 32, unfortunately. Going upside down. In fact, let's go inside the cockpit there of this number 32. And that is very unfortunate for Callan Arthur. However, he's still on the racetrack, so it is always a good sign when the drivers go upside down. It's just a bit of a gentle roll that they're able to continue to come back out onto the circuit. And drivers at the moment are probably sitting on 2 to green. And McCutcheon has not been challenged all race so far in this main event tonight. And we're going to have probably 20 laps to go when we get the green flag. Might even be 19 in fact, as we are completing lap 20 right now. Matt McCutcheon, Jordan McDonnell, and Peter Honeybell. Your top 3. Not sure why ticket says otherwise. There we go, McCutcheon, McDonnell, and Honeybell. As we got
green flag.
20 laps to go. Simmons on the inside of Connor Clark back there in 4th and 5th, battling it out. Continuing to keep their top 5 dreams alive at the moment. It's Connor Clark in position number 4, working to the outside through turns 1 and 2. In fact, right up on top of the wall. Almost Simmons on the inside, on the complete inside. So these drivers are running very, very different lines at the moment. Surely that had to be close there for Simmons. And well, here comes the 49 of Zachary Phelan to the outside. So coming up on 17 remain here in the main event this evening in the 49 of Zach Phelan. He is looking good at the moment. Phelan on the outside, down the back straight away, now looking for a top 5 as he makes his way past Ben Morrison. Battle is on for the race lead, however. Oh, there's contact! Oh no! McDonnell contact with McCutcheon, and McCutcheon upside down. Let's take a look at a Colby's Eye Paint's instant replay. You see McDonnell getting on the inside there. Oh, that is brutal. So you're watching a replay from the overhead view of the track. So once again, a big thanks to Colby's Eye Paints for bringing you the replays here this evening. So you can see the 9 inside at the moment. As McCutcheon would be very disappointed with the contact there. Let's have a look at the left front. Well, he had a good run up until then, was Matt McCutcheon. And we are on 1 to green right now, so we'll have 12 laps the distance. So pretty much almost a heat race left in this one when you look at time-wise. So here we go, McDonnell looking to pick up another win here in the series. For the 10th round of the series, it took him, I believe, 5 or 6 weeks to get it done. The first month of racing, he ran out of fuel and kept crashing. So here we go, Honeybell in second, and look at Connor Clark on the outside in car number 6. Zachary Phelan in 4th. As Xavier Simmons tries to work the inside for the top 5. Oh, Morrison and Phelan come together. But we stay green at the moment with just 11 laps to run. How about Lincoln Bishop in car number 97? Inside of a top 10 at the moment. Clark still battling with Simmons now. And that is for the final podium spot. Honeybell in car 39 with 9.25 to run. Off for turn number 4 this time by. So this track, oh, we got a car into the wall upside down. It's car number 2 of Ben Morrison taking a wild ride, and it was just all on his own. Just jump the cushion, and we're gonna get an onboard shot of that one. Just one more time, and we'll bring you the onboard shot there. So we obviously, we know being a simulator will. So this is from the top of the roll cage. Just overcooked it, and thankfully the GoPro camera stayed on. Now this is on board with the 2 of Ben Morrison. Well, it looks like the 2's night might be done and dusted. In fact, he's probably already in the back of the pits, and yes, he is. So 1 to green here, and it looks like we're going to have 6 laps to go for our main event. Can McDonnell pick up the win here for the 10th round of the WP Concreting International Midget Series presented by The Dirt New Zealand? Make sure you check out WP Concreting and The Dirt New Zealand on Facebook. Make sure you check out Colby's Eye Paints as well. Make sure you check out SETI Group Holdings on the webs at www.seti.com. That's CEDI.
Green flag, green flag.
So McDonnell got a good start. Oh, here we look at this. 3 wide for the minor placings. Honeybell, Clark, and Simmons. 3 wide in 3 and 4. They were for a moment. Honeybell back to position 3. Xavier Simmons in 3rd. Connor Clark now trying to get back to his outside. And look at the 77 of James Halliburton just stalking and praying to see if these guys make a mistake. He'll be there to pounce. The 49 of Zachary Phelan as well, but he's a fair way back right now. He's probably half a straight away from your guys in 2nd, 3rd, and 4th right now. Simmons coming awfully close to that inside tie. Anytime we see a caution from here on out, it will be the end of the race, and that's not what we want to see. We want to see this race finish under green flag conditions. Honeybell still in 2nd right now. Simmons on the low side, Clark on the top side. 2 laps to run here in the main event. For the penultimate time down the back straightaway, car number 9, Jordan McDonnell. The 39 of Peter Honeybell in 2nd, and Xavier Simmons in car number 15 in position number 3. And the white flag is out, ladies and gentlemen, for the final time down the back straightaway. We race into the checkered flag. 2 turns to make, and through turns 3 and 4, he's got a huge margin, almost a 2-second lead. But the 9 of Jordan McDonnell will grab the win. 2nd will go to Peter Honeybell. 3rd is going to be Xavier Simmons. But the 9 doing some donuts and flipping on his lid, and that will be the end of that one. So well done. Let's take a look at our City Group Holding finishing results. Coming home with the win in car number 9, Jordan McDowell. In second was Peter Honeybell. Xavier Simmons comes home in third. Connor Clark in fourth. Fifth was James Halliburton. Zachary Phelan in sixth. Seventh was Murray Howe. Lincoln Bishop in eighth. Callan Arthur in ninth. Brogan Pickett Norris rounded out the top 10. And then we head over to 11th was Sam Waddell. Ben Morrison in 12th. Saul Smith in 13th. Matt McCutcheon 14th. 15th was Ben McSweeney. 16th, David Sandford. Joshua Walton 17th. 18th was Stephen Palmer. And rounding out the 19-car field was Devon Stove in car number 61. So well done to Jordan McDonnell. And we'll chat with, hopefully, our top 3 here in just a few moments' time. I believe they all should be in there for an interview. And just... now we got our top 2. In fact, there we go, our top 3. Oops, let's get him there. But coming home in third place tonight in car number 15, Xavier. Xavier, congratulations there. You had to work for that one there, but man, it looked like your car was certainly fast on the bottom side.
Yeah, cheers a lot there, Brett. It was... Sorry. Yeah, no, that was a tough race there. Starting from last on the grid, but to get third, I'm really chuffed, eh?
And talk about what it was like to come through on the track. I mean, it didn't look like it was, all that slick.
Yeah, I was just lucky that I got the run on the inside line there, and there was just no one else coming through. So yeah, I'm just lost for words, eh?
Well, buddy, well done on the third place. You got any sponsors that you want to thank before we let you get out of here?
Yeah, obviously the Velocity guys, Sidebite Media's on the car, Devon Stope Designs, and all the other guys that have helped out. Cheers, man.
All right, there we have it. Xavier Simmons coming home in third place. Coming home in second place in car number 39. He started on the front row, I believe, and he comes home with a second. Peter Honeywell. Peter, congratulations on a fantastic drive. You've got to be stoked with the result.
Yeah, thanks, Brett. Like I said, it was a good run for me through that race. We definitely took it easy on the first section of the race just to burn off some fuel and, like I say, get the car pretty settled in and get the car underneath me for the end. I felt like I had a little bit of speed for Jordan on that the second to last restart of the race, but unfortunately I missed the start on the last restart and basically buried my hopes there because I ended up battling with Xavier Simmons, who gave me a good run to the finish.
And talk about where you were comfortable on this racetrack, because it didn't look like there was too much of a cushion, if there was a cushion.
Yeah, it was definitely a technical track. It was kind of like run through the middle, Donny Shot style. Just pick nothing and run there. So it made no defined racing line to kind of go with. It was definitely chasing your tail with where to run.
All right, buddy. Well done on the second place here this evening. You got any sponsors, shout-outs? Who makes it all happen for you?
Oh, actually, I'd just like to say a big thanks to you, Brett, with Ultimate Dirt TV for obviously doing the broadcast tonight, and a shout-out to TTL. TTL is hosting a race next weekend on either Friday night or Saturday morning, depending on where you're situated. So it's the Brett Wheeler 56 charity race, so it'd be cool if everyone could get behind it who's watching, and like I say, I believe there's a GoFundMe account up as well. Like I say, it's all for a good cause. Brett, you obviously do a lot for us, and we all appreciate it. So yeah, just a big thanks to you, Brett.
All right, thanks, mate. It's very humbling, and we'll chat with tonight's winner in car number 9. Started position number 3, and comes home with the win. Jordan McDowell, congratulations on the win. Well, you find yourself back in victory lane. You got to be happy with how your race went tonight.
Yeah, for sure. I wish I could have done it a little bit better. I think the incident with Matt was a bit of my fault. I didn't mean to slide up on him like I did, so I just apologise to Matt here as well. But otherwise, yeah, the car was good. I felt like it was stronger than Matt's halfway through the race as I caught back up the lead that he had over me, and then obviously the second or first attempt I tried, it was just a disaster. So bit of a shame that Matt couldn't have battled it out with me, but all in all, still happy.
Hey, the track conditions tonight obviously a lot different to what we've seen over the past sort of 9 weeks. Do you think that's because of the update, or did you start the track at a lower starting rate? I mean, what was the difference between track conditions from tonight going back to round, or probably the first 9 rounds?
Well, obviously with the update that come out, I haven't done any running until tonight for 2 weeks, I think, since last round. But I think Volusia, just the nature of Volusia, it's one of those tracks where it kind of, the cushion you don't really get because the wall's so wide. And then in the 3 and 4, you would have seen us, like, it was quite unsettled going into 3. There was like a big rut on the entry, which was quite a challenge to hit. But otherwise, you don't really get a cushion. So it's just one of those ones where you just kind of keep sliding up, and it's just about managing throttle control, I suppose.
All right, buddy. Well, look, well done on finding victory lane, but who do you want to thank that makes it all happen for you and the team?
Big thanks to One Performance Racing, Bass Carts, and Night Rider Designs for everything they do for the team. Everyone that came out and raced, and congrats to the rest of the guys on the podium, Peter and Xavier. And I just want to thank you. Obviously, you've had a bit of a rough week, so for anyone that is watching the stream, there's a GoFundMe page to support Brett. He's going through a bit of a tough time. You can find out more about what he's going through on the GoFundMe. So that'll be on our page coming up tonight, so you guys can go follow as well. Thanks.
All right, there we have it. Jordan McDonnell with the win there. So congratulations to our top 3. Jordan McDonnell with the win in car number 9, Peter Honeybell in car 39 in second, and in car 15, Xavier Simmons coming home in third place. That will wrap up the 10th round of the WP Concreting International Midget Series with the Dirt New Zealand. I believe we have, 2 weeks left of this one. So make sure you come back for the next couple of rounds here. It'll all be live on Ultimate Dirt TV. And if you haven't already, make sure you check out our YouTube and hit the subscribe. Go to youtube.com/Ultimate Dirt TV. Check, obviously, if you're watching on Facebook, make sure you hit the like button, and make sure you, anytime we go live, make sure you get the notifications on when we are going live. We are going to be live at about, 9 or 9:30 tomorrow. I think it's actually 9:30 Australian Eastern Time. So for the Kiwis, it'll be about 11:30. And for the Americans, obviously, it'll be about 7 or 7:30 as well. You can check out Ultimate Dirt TV as well. We're going to be live for the short track shootout, I believe it is. Zane Scott doing a fantastic job on promoting that one. But that'll wrap us up from Volusia Speedway Park. And on behalf of everyone here at Ultimate Dirt TV, my name is Brett Wheeler, signing off, saying good night. As far as the Dirt New Zealand goes, we'll see you back next week. But I'll be back in action tomorrow morning in about 14 hours' time. So if you want to come back out and support Ultimate Dirt TV, please do so. And we'll see you then. Good night.